Hi Aries, this is Star with Ariana Star. This is your forecast for August 2022. I will dive into tarot cards for your reading and I'll use some additional oracle decks that I have. Let's just dive into your reading, Aries. Stepping into August, I think the energy that you're carrying into August is the Hangman here. Possibly, Aries, you were a bit perturbed on account of the sacrifices that you had to make. Maybe some of you were also grappling with health issues, maybe mentally or physically, you may have been a bit tired. I think work-wise you were under pressure. Colleagues weren't very generous. Many of you were also having to make adjustments in your schedule as well. Nevertheless, I think Aries, it was a time when you were making progress at work. Obstacles to overcome this month, the challenges that August is going to pose for you is the Seven of Pentacles here. I think most Aries will be planning about the future. Maybe you're also going to get worked up on account of expenses that are mounting. Some of you could also be asking for a raise from your boss or your superior. I think appraisals are also going to be lined up this month. Maybe there are clients who are always haggling with you. Somebody else could step in for you and could put that client or patron in his or her place. Technically, you could be quite challenged this month. I also believe that maybe you have to spend to get those gadgets fixed, or maybe you have to make some new purchases this month. Influences for this month, we have this card, Ace of Pentacles. Opportunities are going to abound and it's yours for the taking. This door is open. It's a bit ajar as well, but that is why I said that you need to take those opportunities which are going to come your way. The pentacle is there right up in the sky. Communication is also going to increase. Sometimes, Aries, you could be a bit temperamental, you could get worked up and you could be showering your anger on those around you. So it's imperative, or it could be prudent for you to tone it down a bit, or maybe you needn't be so erratic. Many of you could also be having issues with your mother this month. First 10 days of August, we have the Six of Pentacles here. Expenses are going to mount. Money is definitely flowing out. This card is also asking you to be generous towards others. Maybe the universe will reward you for your goodness and kindness. Some of you could also be grappling with limitations imposed upon you by your family members. I think even on the work front, you should pull up your socks a bit. Maybe your superior is going to say a thing or two for being inattentive. Maybe some people fail to understand your ideas. Also, when it comes to personal relationships, Aries, I think it would be advisable not to get into other people's affairs. Some people could accuse you of being meddlesome. I think you shouldn't give your boss or your superior any reason to complain, so you need to work that much harder in these 10 days. Maybe some of you are also planning trips. Like I said, you could be making investments or you could be spending on gadgets. Expenses are going to mount at this time. Perhaps some of you are also dealing with somebody who is unwell around you. That is why you could be making those trips to the doctor or the medical professional for advice. The next 10 days, that is 11th to 20th August, we have the Knight of Pentacles here. You want the status quo to be maintained. This person is not going to react. Only when he is going to be provoked, then he could say a thing or two. Aries, at this time, your superior is going to breathe down your neck. Maybe she or he wants to have a word with clients and patrons about the way you carry out your work. I think all this could irk you a bit. Maybe you are not going to tolerate the scrutiny. You may start meetings ahead, but this could not go down well with your superior. Another thing, Aries, it's also likely that in these days your superior may want to hire somebody, but you're not keen. You want the status quo to be maintained. You want it to be the way it is. You don't want things to shift or change. You're comfortable with how you're carrying on. The final days of August, we have the Seven of Swords. This is a very deceptive and sneaky energy which is coming into play here. Maybe someone is not being upfront, or there's something which is brewing. The undercurrents are there. In these days also, you need to be very tactful and polite for harmony in your relationships, but then because this is a swords energy, you're going to overreact. Sometimes, Aries, this month you could also feel that your good intentions are never acknowledged. Some of you could also be grappling with lack of work opportunities. It would be best, to tackle the problems with your intelligence. The swords energy also talks about your mental capabilities, so you should use your intelligence to good effect. I think work-wise also, you may find your superior or a colleague saddling you with excess work. Maybe this person is like expecting you to get down to business and to do all the stuff that he is expected to do. So you're going to be very clear about your role within the workplace. There could also be work offers lined up this month, but they may not excite you. Maybe for a side hustle, maybe you don't have time. Nevertheless, I do believe that there could be a marginal hike in your salary. Other than that, those of you who are expecting a higher post at work could be a bit crestfallen, so you should not have too high expectations. With respect to your love life, I have this card, wedding. Possibly, some of you are dealing with true love this month. Maybe there's a prospect of marriage, or there could be a formal proposal from your person. Some Aries, you may also be wanting to settle down. Maybe you're going to discuss marriage plans with your person. Another card that came up in your reading is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Maybe some of you are single and there's a high chance that you could meet someone who could be quite different from what you have in mind. So be open to meeting someone who is completely different from your idea of that perfect mate. Maybe this person belongs to a different background, social or religious background, or it could be that this person is also older than you. Other than that, romancing Aries, I think you could make travel plans. You may want to surprise your person with gifts this month, or some of you could also share snaps. I'm also picking up that at times, you want time alone or you want time apart. You want the space within your relationship. In case you're crushing on someone or in case you fancy someone, I think you may feel that it's a dead end, even if you believe that it is true love or it's a soulmate relationship. Maybe this person isn't receptive to your feelings. You do want to plan a future with this person. You do want to settle down with this person with this wedding card right here. But then the universe is also asking you to keep an open mind. Maybe this person has feelings for you, but then he is cloaking it, or he is keeping them close to his heart. He is not being open. Maybe this person is also stalking you on the social media with the 7 of Swords right here. Like I said, commitment issue could also be here for many Aries. You want a formal proposal from this person. In case you're in a third party situation, I think you need to understand that this person could be very busy. Maybe he is a player also. So you need to keep an open mind with respect to this relationship. From Lenormand, we have this card, Mice. I think this talks about a drain of wealth or some anxious moments. You could be stressed out on account of money being spent or on account of your financial condition. Maybe the stress is also going to give you sleepless nights. You may be wondering whether this person you're dealing with is ethical or is responsible for your drain of wealth. We do have this card, Island, which talks about solitude here. Maybe you need to detach yourself at times. You want time alone. Like I said, you want to be away from certain situations. I think being alone also gives you new perspective. It does give you food for thought. It does help you understand whether you're making the right decisions. The last card in this reading is Community. We did have wedding, so maybe many of you are also going to have those reunions. You're going to meet up with people at social events. Even if you're wanting to enjoy the bliss of solitude, somewhere this month you could also be having reunions. Largely, Aries, this month is talking about your material needs. You need to be careful of how you put your money to use. Other than that, you should also be careful because there's going to be deception on the cards for you. I hope Aries you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. Please give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time.